Hi guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the fourth part of my SakuAtsu series. You can go back and watch the first videos to understand this one. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel and click the little bell icon to be the first one notified when I upload the next part. Now onto the video. So you're dating my brother, huh? Let's skip the part where you lecture me about how fragile Atsumu is and go directly to the if you break his heart, I'll break you part. I'm gonna try to pretend I'm scared, alright? I invite Sakusa into Suna and I's room. Now that he is taking a bigger place in my brother's life, I feel like we need to have a chat. I won't lecture you. Sit down, please. He looks at the bed with disdain in his eyes. I'm not sitting there. Who knows what you've done last night, I'm not taking any chances. Sakusa pulls a chair from under the desk and sits on it, his arms crossed. What makes you think we haven't done it on the chair? He immediately stands up. You animals. I'm joking, relax. Suna, baby, can you get out of the room? I need to have a word with Sakusa. Why can't I stay? Because we're gonna talk about important things. Things Atsumu wouldn't want you to know. From the corner of my eye, I can see Sakusa shuffle around. He's uncomfortable. Ugh, fine, whatever. My boyfriend walks out of the room, not without stomping his feet. He can be such a toddler sometimes. What is it, Mia? I never got the chance to properly thank you for what you did to Atsumu. If you weren't passing by, I'm not sure he would still be alive. It's no worries. But you dating him, wouldn't it just remind him of that accident? He was unconscious when I found him. I doubt he remembers me walking up to him. He was hurt pretty badly. Sakusa shifts. His knee won't stop bouncing up and down. It looked like he had some serious injuries. He did. Are those nightmares linked to this? I don't know, he never told me about them. He's only told Oikawa, his best friend. His fists are clenched. I tried to get him to talk about them but he always refuses to tell me what they are about. Yeah, he refused to tell me too a couple of nights ago. A couple of nights ago. He called me in the middle of the night, crying because of the nightmare. Why didn't he call me? And why didn't you? He didn't ask me to. I've always been Atsumu's protector. Well, ever since high school. Knowing that Atsumu doesn't need my help to calm down anymore. It kind of hurts me. If he doesn't need me, then what's my purpose? I feel like a second choice. Like I've been replaced. I'm glad you were there to help him through it. It's not a problem. There is a loud silence between Sakusa and me. I just don't want my twin to end up heartbroken. He's been through so much pain already. I don't intend to break his heart. Thank you again for calling me when you found him unconscious. It means the world to me. Now I know that he's in good hands. I feel like I passed the protector's torch onto him. Atsumu is no longer my responsibility only. He is Sakusa's too. From one protector to another. He will probably do a better job than I ever did. I guess I should thank you for taking good care of him. You're so important to him. He wouldn't be the person he is if you weren't there to protect him. Believe it or not, it hasn't always been like this. Atsumu used to be the stronger twin. He used to be my protector. What happened? What happened was a very sad story. One that we don't often talk about. You did what? It wasn't my fault. She kissed me out of nowhere. I messed up pretty bad. I'm sorry, Atsumu. I didn't know. Those are all things I would have liked to tell my twin brother. Well, let's just hope it doesn't get you in trouble. As soon as he finished his sentence, two strangers walked toward us, angrily. They looked at us and started to shout. I hid behind Itsumu. Which one's the right one? They look the same. Which one of you kissed my girl? I whimpered. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to exist. It was me. You're looking for me. Oh, you will regret it? Oh yeah? What are you gonna do about it? Beat me up? You just wait. I'll hurt you bad. So bad. The two strangers walked away from us. They couldn't do anything out here in public, they would have been caught. It's alright, Samu. They won't hurt you. They'll come after me and I'll show them what the Mias are made of. He puffed his chest, proud of himself. I'm okay. We're okay. Let your big brother take care of it. You're only a couple of minutes older, don't get too cocky. Still, I got us out of this trouble. You should thank me. He was right. I should've. We walked home and chatted. On our doorstep, Etsumu stopped me. Cover your ears, I'll go in first. You just wait for me. I did what he told me to do. I put both of my hands on my ears. He entered our house. For a couple of minutes, I stayed alone outside. I was about to walk into our home, my hands still on my ears, when Itsumu ran out. Hey, let's go to the park and play volleyball, alright? I bet I can set higher than you. I had noticed two new wounds, one on his cheek and one on his bicep. He had been cut. What's that on your arm? He tugged the sleeve of his shirt down. Oh, nothing. You know how clumsy I am, I stumbled on my own 2 feet and fell. He smiled at me with all the energy he had left. Later, I learned that Mom had thrown a plate at him. The cuts were from the broken pieces of the plate. We played at the park until the sun was setting. Once it was dark outside, Etsumu walked me to Suna's place. I stayed the night. He told me he would pick me up in the morning, that he was going to sleep at another friend's place. I later found out he had gone back home. He wanted to make sure my parents were okay, but most importantly, that I would be able to go home the next day. My dad had left. My mom was cleaning the house. When I came back home, I was told my dad was on a business trip. It was as if nothing had happened. Only, it would happen a couple of days a month. The same exact scenario. So Itsumu used to protect you before his beating? Yeah, I was a pretty shy kid. I only assumed he got beat up because of what I had done. I still feel so bad for letting all of this happen. If I had stepped up, nothing would have happened. Don't say that. You would have been the one beaten up. They had their idea set. But we don't know that, maybe it would have been different. It wouldn't have been. We sit in silence, both of us thinking. I don't know when it happened, but SakuAtsu is now comforting me. I'm sorry you had to go through this. Etsumu had it way worse. I chuckle. Can you imagine him having to stay away from volleyball for about 3 months? He was so mad. He laughs as well. I better go find Suna before he breaks something. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. Of course. I'll try to be there for Itsumu the way you were for him. Coming for my spot, are you now? We both smile. Who would have known the cold and scary SakuAtsu could be such a good friend? SakuAtsu and I both walk out of my room. How has my brother been doing lately? Did he have any nightmares? No, I've been sleeping in his room every night to make sure he's alright. So far, he's been sleeping well. That's good. Thank you for doing that. Suna needs attention a lot. Etsumu now having someone else to rely on allows me to give more of myself to Suna. And Suna appreciates it a lot, thank you. I turn around to see the beautiful boy. He is so perfect. With everything Etsumu and I have been dealing with, I couldn't have asked for a better partner. Even if sometimes he is moody and likes to tease my brother, he is perfect to me. I am blessed. I clearly have a guardian angel looking after me. Hello, handsome human. I take him between my arms and kiss his lips gently. What have I done right in my past life to deserve him? I'll see you guys soon. SakuAtsu walks to Itsumu's room. I think they're cute together. SakuAtsu takes great care of my brother. How was your secret conversation with SakuAtsu? It was alright, I guess. He takes good care of Itsumu, that's the most important. But something's bugging you, am I right? I can't hide anything from Suna. He had a nightmare but didn't call me. He called SakuAtsu instead. We lay on the bed, me on top of him. That's a good thing, though, right? Your world won't revolve around him anymore, you can have a life of your own. Although Suna looks like he doesn't care about anything, he is one of the most caring people I know. When SakuAtsu told me, it kinda made me feel useless. I felt like a second choice. You get used to it. What? All my life, I've felt like an option. No one wants Suna, he's not athletic enough. No one wants Suna, he doesn't talk much. No one wants Suna because he's too insecure, but if no one wants him, I guess I'll have no choice but to take him in. Those are the words that have always followed my name. I thought switching schools would have allowed me to rebuild a reputation. But I guess I was wrong. I was still the same person nobody wanted. That was until I met the Miyas. And more precisely Miya Osamu. Hey, you're new here. I've never seen you before. Two energetic humans walked up to me. I was alone, in my corner, just like I've always been. Do you like playing volleyball? Not everyone's a volleyball maniac like you, Itsumu. I've never played volleyball. We'll show you. Come on, Samu. Both of them ran to the middle of the playground. They signaled me to come and I did. Itsumu had too much energy, it made me dizzy. However, Osamu helped me learn faster. He and I quickly became close friends. He would often come sleep at my house. Itsumu, however, never did. He would always leave his brother at my house and come back the next morning, sometimes looking very tired. I always wondered what was happening at his place. Why did you transfer? You changed school, right? Right. People didn't like me, so I switched. Do you miss your old mates sometimes? Not a bit. You push people away. That's why they didn't like you. I don't. Except I did. I protected myself this way. If I could push people away enough from one person, I would automatically become their first choice. Right? I guess I just want to be someone's favorite person. You're my favorite person, Suna. What about your brother? He's a part of me. He annoys me sometimes. You never annoy me, Suna. I would choose you over anybody else. Those were big promises for a child to make, but I somehow believed him. I needed to believe him. I needed to believe I was someone's priority. Whatever would happen, I knew I was Osamu's first choice. That alone helped me be nicer to people. I was someone's first choice. Oh, that feeling was amazing. I opened my heart to the boy. Maybe it was at this moment, at that time, that I fell in love with Miya Osamu. I would choose you too. But it all abruptly changed when Itsumu got injured. Suddenly, I wasn't the first choice anymore. Osamu would spend his days and nights worrying about his brother. He didn't come to my house anymore. He didn't teach me volleyball anymore. As soon as his brother was calling him, he would leave me. I had become the second choice again. I was told Itsumu had gotten into a car accident. I became so jealous of Itsumu. He had all of Osamu's attention. I had none of it. I was second. But how do you want to push away someone who got into a car accident? Days, weeks, Months had passed without me getting nearly as much of Osamu's attention as I used to. I decided to call Osamu to hang out. Hello. Can we hang out today? I really need it. I think I need to stay with Tsumu today. He had a nightmare. Are you kidding me? A freaking nightmare? I had nightmares too, but you didn't see me crying and complaining. It's okay, we'll hang out another time. Sorry, Suna. He hung up. What I hadn't told him that day was that my parents had forgotten about me. They had left me at home. I didn't know where they were. I was scared they had left me forever. I stayed at home, wondering if I was going to have to learn how to live on my own. When my parents came back home, most likely drunk, they didn't talk to me. They didn't explain to me what happened. They didn't even kiss me goodnight. I had become an option to them too. I couldn't push the world away from my parents. But pushing Itsumu away from Osamu seemed achievable. If I annoyed him enough, he would go away and leave Osamu to me. It was worth a try. Suna. What did you mean when you said I'll get used to it? Oh, nothing. I mean, you have to get used to SakuAtsu taking care of Itsumu. But, he's my brother. I've been there for him from the beginning of this thing. SakuAtsu's taking care of your brother. Maybe it's time you to start taking care of me, too. My eyes widened. Why is he saying that? Is he feeling left out? Have I not been taking good care of you, my love? I didn't mean to say that. It is true that I have been distracted a lot with my brother in the past few years. He needed me. Does Suna feel left out because I have been focusing on Itsumu? Have I not been a good boyfriend to him? I take Suna into my arms and hug him tightly. I don't deserve him. Suna deserves better. I want food. Let's order room service. But we'll have to pay for it? Ugh, alright, I'll go get you something. Thank you, you're the best. Anything for you, my love. I get out of our room at the same time SakuAtsu gets out of Itsumu's. He's crying. SakuAtsu. Is Itsumu okay? He jumps at the sound of my voice. Oh, Osamu. I didn't want you to see me like this. Don't worry, your brother is okay. He's been asleep for the past hour. Then why are you crying? He turns around to face me. He moves from one foot to the other. Is he anxious? His eyes are red, as if he had been crying for a long time. The corners of his mouth can't stay up and there is visible pain on his face. Osamu, I'm so sorry. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you liked the video. Please let me know in the comments below your predictions for the next part.